Hey guys, how's it going, man? Nice to finally see faces, or actually not see faces, but for you to see my face. I'm Coach Gaffney. I'll be your seventh grade Texas history teacher, and I want to welcome you to Gaff. That's right. The name of my uh, classroom is Gaffdera, and there's a reason behind that, and you'll figure out why in just a minute. Right? I want to let you know that I do, besides teach seventh grade Texas history, I coach football for eighth grade, and I am a boys and girls tennis coach. Right? So there we go. That's what I do on campus. Okay. Let me introduce myself real fast. Okay. I am from Bandera, Texas. You get where the Dara comes from, Gaffdera. I graduated from Bandera High School. I went to Bandera schools my entire life. And after I graduated high school, I said, what do I want to do with my life? Well, I want to go to college. And I ended up going to the University of Texas at San Antonio, where I studied and got a degree in kinesiology. And I know that's a fancy word. I know it's a big word, but I'll tell you right now, it means physical education. So I have a degree to teach physical education. And I knew it was tough to get that job. So I decided to get other certifications to teach. And one of them I got was health. And finally got fourth grade generalist. Basically, I could teach anything in the field of middle school. So I always loved history. I had a little minor in history. So I decided history was the route I wanted to go. And I've been teaching seventh grade history. I've come to Fultz. And that's been a while, right? So I wanted you to know a little bit about that. I still am a registered donor to UTSA, and I have season tickets to every game, and I try not to miss them. See, I graduated from Bandera High School in 2000. Okay, this is my family right here. This lovely picture. That is my wife Shannon. She is a teacher as well. She and I married in 2009. Puts us at 11 years of marriage. We have two wonderful kids. His name is Liam, the boy. He is 8 years old, and my daughter's name is Brooklyn. She is 5 years old. They have followed my wife, who works as a teacher at Callison Elementary School. This is her first year there, so y'all may not know who she is, but she has been teaching for a while. This is her 11th total year of teaching. First year at Callison, 2 years at Broccoli, 7 years at Westwood Terrace. Those are all schools at Northside, and 1 year at a place called Harlandale ISD. She taught at an elementary school in Harlandale. Shockingly enough, I have an identical twin brother. He is as well a Texas history teacher and a coach in Northside. He teaches at Jordan Middle School. So if you ever are an athlete and you have to play them sometime, you may see him around there. This is my 10th total year of teaching. This is my 7th year of Fultz. So I've taught Texas history now for 7 years. Before that, I taught a year of health and 2 years of 1 year of eighth grade history and 1 year of sixth grade history. And those three previous years were in a school called Kruger Middle School over in Northeast Independent School District. Okay. All right. So a little helpful advice, a little helpful tip. This is what we're using now. We're using something called Schoology. Okay, Schoology is going to be the item that replaces Google Classroom. You're no longer going to use Google Classroom. We've got Schoology on the webpage. Google Classroom is still there, but we're not really going to use it. But we are going to use Schoology. Schoology is very fun, very easy to learn. You sign in the exact same way you would sign in to Google Classroom. Everything's already set up. Everything's ready to go, right? You would use your S number and your password. All assignments will be there, virtual, non-virtual. You'll turn everything in there, virtual, non-virtual. So we'll get to that a little bit later. This is our syllabus. I'm going to click on it because I want to show y'all some things that we are talking about. The supplies that you need. Well, you need a laptop computer, an iPad, a Chromebook, something that you can log on to every single day, because you're going to get attendance by the time you log on. If you don't log on, you don't get credit for that day. That's not something we want. You need a journal to take your notes in, a spiral, a composition, notebook. It doesn't matter, just as long as you can take your notes in it. And finally, a writing utensil. And these are things that you need if you are virtual or if you are in the classroom. So you need to bring these to class every single day. Okay? Every Monday morning, you need to check the agenda for the week in review. We're going to put that up every morning, that way, every Monday, that way you know what's going on. Okay? You need to be there. You have to be logged in. Now, We're gonna have 15 minutes where every single day that I'm gonna be available to you and everybody, I'm gonna be there for 15 minutes, talk to y'all, tell y'all what's going on for the day. I would like for you on there every single day. I know you may not be able on that every day, but I want you to be on there every single day. All right. Your attendance does matter. It counts towards you. It can affect your grade tremendously if you are not there, if you do not do the assignments. All right. I do have off distance learning hours. Okay. So I will be available to you at certain times. That's that tutoring times that we're going to have. Those will be your distance learning hours. I'll also be available to you every single time that you have that class period. I do expect you to turn all work in on time. So if I say it's due Monday morning, it's due by Monday morning. You can always turn it in early, but it has to be due and turned in no later than Monday. And then, of course, our work hours are hours that are very similar to our distance learning time. We'll get into that on Monday. We'll talk about the new grading cycle and things like that, but we're moving to a 9-week grading cycle instead of a 6-week grading cycle, right? And then tutoring we'll talk about Monday, but right now we have it Monday morning from 8 to 8:30 and then Friday afternoon. Okay, let's go back to this. Next, the bell schedule. The bell has changed. We did add 15 minutes to the day. So it starts at the same time, but now you're not getting out until 4:05. All right. If you have me fourth period, your lunch will be from 12:07 to 12:37. All right. That is a 7th grade lunch. That's the time that you will go to lunch. That's the time we will all eat and then enjoy the rest of our day. Here's some helpful parent information. This is our Folks website right over here at nisd.net/folks. We have a Twitter page. It is at NISD Folks. And our Facebook page is Folks PTA. Again, here's my lunchtime, 12:07 to 12:37. My conference is from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then this is my contact information if you ever need to contact me. I'm pretty good at replying to emails as soon as I can, but I do coach, so sometimes I won't get them during football season until after 6. So please be patient. Here's our year at a glance. This is going to be a fun year, guys. If you like war, if you like fighting, if you like exploration, you like cowboys, like natives, right? This is what you're going to see in this class. We're going to start early with just the small geography of Texas, right? Which molds into the exploration of Texas and the early colonization, right? We're going to start with Spain coming over and exploring Texas. And from Spain, we move to Mexico because Mexico, New Spain, as they call it, becomes Mexico and they take over Texas. And then they make Texas mad and they do things to the Texans, so we fight back. And that's the Texas Revolution, right? And then after we win our independence, we got to create a government. So we're going to talk about government. And then we become our own state, our own republic. And then we join the United States. And then after 10 years after we're in the United States, the Great Civil War happens. And it separates us away from the U.S. again. So we're going to talk about that. And then it's the cowboy era. The cowboys and their cattle drives and age of oil where Texas starts making money. And then everything goes broke. And then there's 2 great wars that we're going to talk about. These are just some of the ideas and some of the things that we as a group are going to talk about. And we as a group are going to learn. It's exciting. Texas history is awesome. You're going to love it, I promise. Right? But I do have some rules for in-class learning. First, be on time. Do not be late to my class. Okay? Do not come to class after the tardy bell rings. You're not going to be prepared. You're not going to be ready. Okay? In fact, I want you here a minute before the tardy bell rings, no later. Be prepared. When you sit down, make sure you have all your supplies. If you don't have a supply, talk to me and be prepared. Begin working on the warm-up or the assignment that's posted in Schoology until I'm able to talk to you. Stay in your seats. Do not get up. Do not move unless you have permission. You are going to distract people if you do get up and move around. And finally, be respectful. Treat others as you would like to be treated. If you're going to be a jerk, people may be a jerk back to you. We don't want that. So be nice to everybody and they'll be nice to you. Synchronous is one of the terms that you may start hearing a little bit more. And it's the first 15 minutes you're going to be in sync with me. You're going to be synchronized with me. Everybody's going to be on. We're going to talk. I'm going to tell you how the day is going to go. I'm going to ask you how it was yesterday. And then after 15 minutes, you're going to move to asynchronous. This is when you're working independently. Okay. Or I may pull a few of y'all aside. Say I looked at a test that y'all took, and there was like 5 or 6 of y'all that had really bad problems on that portion of the test. I may pull y'all 5 or 6 away, and I may try and teach y'all again. Those are the two methods that we're going to use: synchronous and asynchronous. So that's a little bit about me. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I'm going to enjoy it. I'm excited to see everybody on Monday.